stage to the Kerry men.
It was a penalty, yeah. It was a penalty. There's no doubt about that, you know. I thought it was a penalty the first time when he got up again and he was out again, you know. So it was a penalty, all right, you know. There's no doubt about that.
Mikey Sheehy, the anxiety, the importance of this kick. 5 in a row they're bidding for.
I always felt that the onus was on the kicker anyway, you know. It's his job. He's supposed to score, you know. That's his job. My job is to stop it if I can. And I shouted out at the boys, watch the break, watch the break, watch the break.
Mikey Sheehy to take it. The score at this stage, 12 points for Kerry, 11 for Offaly. Martin Furlong in the goal. Mikey Sheehy to take it. The score at this stage, 12 points for Kerry, 11 for Offaly. Martin Furlong in the goal.
Our focus was watch for the rebound. We weren't saying, oh, here we go again. Here's a goal. We're in bits. Not at all. I think we were mentally very strong at that stage. I think we probably believed if Kerry were going to do a Kerry on us, they'd have done it by then.
I had a lot of faith in Furlong to save it, but I mean, look at it. Mike Sheehy hadn't a great reputation for penalties, as he often admitted before and after. You know, it wasn't his strong point. I don't know why they hadn't a specialist penalty taker.
Martin Furlong in the goal. He saved it. He saved it. And he's got it out to Pat Fitzgerald. Oh, Martin, what a save.
You can feel the momentum in the whole thing. Feels like it's changing again. You know, the crowd, it can't believe Furlong has saved it. He's clapping the old woolly gloves.
I think at the time, the whole 5 in a row pressure was on them. We weren't going away. They were on top, but they weren't putting us away.
Kerry had not got the goal. If Kerry get a goal, Kerry puts you away. But they hadn't got their goal. And I know they tacked on points after that, and they got to 4 points ahead, but they got to their 4 points ahead without getting a goal. And that psychological thing of not shedding a goal was utterly critical.
As John Egan to Owen Liston, back out now to Sean Walsh. Sean's shot is over the bar and another point. And that could be the insurance point. They are now 4 points ahead.
I had faith in it all the way because we were never too far behind. If we were 5 or 6, then I'd say good night. But no, even at 4, because we always knew there'd be a couple of frees there and Matt Connor would score them.
Taps it over the bar.
I was hoping I'd get on as a sub. I felt that if anyone was going bad, that I would be on first. Getting near the end of the game, I thought, it's over, I won't get on now at this stage. So.
Now they're trying the other wing. Richie Connor out there is John Guinan. Back in the midst of it all is Pat Spillane, and the referee has awarded, as Seamus Darby comes into the game, the referee has awarded a free to the Offaly men, and Seamus Darby has come on.
Darby was kind of like your Hail Mary substitution in Wales, like we're looking for something here to happen. He'd be good to get a goal. And that would have been the sense in the team as well. A Derby would be good to get a goal. He'd be good in club matches to get an old goal here and there. Throw him in and see what happens. You know?
And Matt Connor takes a shot that goes over the bar. 2 points between them. Is there still a goal left in the game?
Seamus brought on, and he was brought on for John Guinan. Now, John was right half forward, but he was told to drift in towards the goals. Now, as far as I can make out, that's a lot of selectors are dead, Lord mercy on them. But I think that was what he was told.
He told me going in to send out Brendan Lowry and myself and Matt staying around the square. That's what I was told. And if you get a chance for a goal, go for it. That was all that was on my mind, was a goal.
Darby went in and went right left corner forward, and Tommy Doyle followed him. But Tommy Doyle had never played left corner back in his life. And at that time, it was a very onerous position because normally you'd be under a dropping ball, high ball. And if you got it wrong, you're bollocks.
Offaly men with 2 minutes left in the game. Kerry leading by 2 points. And it looks as if they were winning the way the Offaly men are just diddling and dawdling there. And here they come. This is Liam Connor, the fullback. A high lobbing, dropping ball in towards the corner. A shot.
First thing was disbelief, and after that, at that stage, I could have I could have jumped over the moon. Sure, I was absolutely thrilled, you know. The year before, I was sitting up with all the 71, 72 guys in the stand, roaring for Offaly to win in 1981. And here am I, the following year, not up there, down in the field, and after scoring a goal to hopefully win the match.
Seamus Darby beautifully turned Tommy Doyle. You can argue about whether it was a push or not. Who cares? He turned him like any good corner forward turns a defender who he has got in the wrong position. And that's the key to this. He got Tommy Doyle in the wrong position and he turned him.
Look, I'm a small man playing corner forward all my life, and when you play corner forward, you're living on your wits, and you have to develop ways of getting in and out and getting the ball. And you're normally on a fairly big man, and you know, down through the years, you have to be able to fight your corner, and that's what I did.
Seamus Darby got one kick of the ball and he's immortalised, you know. And we were there kicking it out for 70 minutes and not a word about it. It's Seamus Darby's all Ireland. But listen, Seamus Darby would say to you, imagine if I was on for the full hour while I done it.
It's a huge goal, and he's still living on it, yeah. It was only a couple of minutes, but it felt like 15 minutes, you know. So I never realised a minute could be so long, you know.
Martin Furlong has it. A pass is intercepted by Maggie Sheehy. There's the kick. It's high, and it drops into the hands of the waiting Sean Lowry. The game is over. They're champions. Oh dear, what a game. What a game.
My God, that was some feeling. Because that to me was the... I'll never forget it. It was a moment that'll... I suppose I'll bring to the grave, you know. It's one of these things. I put the hand up then and put the ball under my arm, and I went on a dance out the field, and I'll never forget.
By one single point, Offaly have caused the greatest upset in football history.
I just let the immediate people beside me rush away, if you like. And I just walked a bit to one side, or I just put my hand on my head. I just said a tiny prayer to thank my dead brother, you know, as a mark of respect to you, that's all. It's only a 30-second thing and so on.
It's the moment where they win the All-Ireland, and it's the moment where lives change forever, you know.
Why should they lose to Kerry? Why shouldn't they match Kerry by going toe-to-toe? Why would you lie down in front of anybody?
I do remember when the full-time whistle went, and just this absolute mayhem, and to see this kind of raw emotion, that really kind of kicked off, hang on a minute, this is just the biggest thing in the world. This is huge. And it was huge. It would have felt that day that Offaly kind of ruled the world, and that the most important thing that was done on that particular day was for Seamus Darby to score that goal and for Offaly to win the All-Ireland and stop Kerry winning 5 in a row.
The Kerry reaction to the result was the epitome of a sportsman. From the word go, they were never whinging at all. None. I still see their faces walking off. They're horrific. Like, they didn't perceive that this would happen or could happen. You know, they genuinely didn't think it could happen.
Well, sure, it was just ecstasy. That's the only word to describe it. I mean, it was, you know, I suppose the episode speaks for itself. Everybody remembers where they were at that moment.
You're in front of the Hogan stand, and Sam Maguire is being lifted by Richie Connor. What could be better than that for an Offaly person on that day?
Eugene, if you can say anything, what can you say at this moment?
Well, when I was growing up, we always heard of a Kerry finish in a football match, and we had a Kerry finish today, all right. It wasn't from Kerry, and that's the way to win it.
That time it was a free-for-all. So, like, if 1,000 people were in the dressing room, they'd be there. I don't know, it was mayhem.
Matt Connor, one of... That must have been a marvellous achievement. Were you worried when there were 4 points ahead?
I was a bit worried because I was thinking we could come back a small bit.
Well, it's what you always wanted, you know, but it's a bit unreal though for a while, you know. You just, you know, everyone is jumping up and, you know, and it's just, you're involved in the emotions, and it's a great achievement. It's an achievement I always say how to do, or to win and I learn. Like when you achieve that, that's always going to be a big part of your life, you know.